Okay, in this lecture we're going to look at Microsoft Excel's logical operators. Now in Microsoft Excel, often in conjunction with if-then-else statements, you can use what are known as logical operators to perform tests on data. Now these operators, you might have come across some of them before, maybe in school, college, or in university, if you're doing maths or, for example, computer programming. But for those of you who haven't, the good news is they're really easy to pick up. And even better news is that they're literally the same meaning when you, for example, write it on pen and paper, and then when you put it in Excel. So literally you use the same symbols, which is great. So what I've done is I've made a table here, and I've got a sample data table here of basically just a couple of students and their scores. Now we're going to use these logical operators and just look at how we would write the formula equivalent of a test that we would do typically on a data set like this. Now the cell that we'll be referring to for our tests will be this cell here, J10. Okay, so just to quickly overview our table, in this column we've got our logical operators, then we've got the meaning of each of them, then we've got what I call the English pen and paper equivalent. Now this is basically the equivalent of if you were writing an Excel formula on paper, what would you write? The next column is basically the formula equivalent. So after you've written your English pen and paper statement, what will be the formula equivalent in Excel? So we're going to use that type of format to go through the entire set of logical operators. Okay, so the first logical operator we got is the equals symbol. Now, you may have recognized the equal symbol as being used for formulas when you type them, because as you know, it's the first thing you do when you type a formula. You press equals. However, you can also use the equal symbol as a logical operator in Excel to make the test of is a certain item of data equal to another item of data or another value. So, just to give you an example, if we looked at this table here and we wanted to do the test of if the student's score is equal to 70, the formula equivalent using an if-then-else statement would be if, open bracket, J10 is equal to 70, then pass or fail. Now again, the two test conditions here, for the purposes of this lecture, we're not going to focus too much on them. The reason being is because I just want you to see how we write these logical operators and formulas in Microsoft Excel. And of course, the other lectures that we're covering in formulas do use logical operators, some of the examples and some of the tasks. So this is just to give you a quick overview of what we're doing. Okay, so looking at the next logical operator, the greater than symbol. Now, this is a really good logical operator, and it's often commonly used when you're grading results, for example, of students or performance scores of staff. So if we wanted to write this statement in Excel, if student score is greater than 70, how would we do it? Well, the formula equivalent would be something like this. If, open bracket, J10 is greater than 70, then pass or fail. The next operator basically combines the top two to give you the meaning of greater than or equals to. So for example, you would say something like, if student score is greater than or equal to 70, and then you would write the equivalent of that in Excel as if, open bracket, J10 is greater than or equal to 70. Now, I hope you can see already that these operators basically are really easy to do. Now, these two operators are basically the opposite of the greater than and greater than or equals to. So it's less than, and the next one is less than or equals to. Now, similarly, it's literally just a flip of this symbol here, the less than operator. So if you were to write something like if student score is less than 70, then in Excel, it would be something like if, open bracket, J10 is less than 70. Similarly, with the less than or equals to operator, again, if you were to write something like if student score is less than or equal to 70, then you simply just put the operator here and write the statement like this, if, open bracket, J10 is less than or equal to 70. Now, sometimes in Microsoft Excel, you want to do a test where a piece of data is not equal to a value. So if you wanted to, for example, write the equivalent of if the student's score is not equal to 100, then you'd write something like this: if open bracket J10 is not equal to 100. Now, folks, you might have noticed I flipped fail and pass here, while in the previous entries we've got pass on our true part of the if then else statement and fail on the false part of the if then else statement. So in other words, if this test is a false, this is the outcome to do. Now, just quickly, the reason I did this, as in put fail here, is because you have to think sometimes about the data set that you're doing. If a student, in this instance, hasn't got 100, then it's likely that the grading has been determined that if you don't have 100, you've failed. I know it's harsh, but again, this is just an example to illustrate that when you do use Excel operators, you sometimes have to think not just about the test you're doing, but about the outcomes as well. So in this instance, we could surmise that if you didn't get 100, it's a fail, and if you did get 100, it's a pass. However, because of the way this operator works, it's almost like reverse logic. You've got to think, so if J10 is not equal to 100, so in other words, if the student failed, then we flag it as a fail. So in this instance, if this condition proves true, in other words, they didn't get 100, it's a fail. If it proves false, that they did get 100, then it's this outcome here, it's a pass. So be wary about using this operator when you're doing the logic. Okay, so that concludes this lecture. It was a real quick one, but it was just to overview Excel's logical operators. Now, of course, in the other lectures that we've got, we will be using these operators. But again, for those of you who maybe aren't that familiar with it, this was just a quick overview to give you an idea of the type of logical operators we can use in Microsoft Excel. If there are any questions or queries, please feel free to reach out.